You know the feeling. You walk through the glass doors and the air changes. It's cooler in here. The chaos of the traffic outside disappears, replaced by soft ambient hum. And then it hits you, the smell. It's a mix of cured leather, industrial adhesive, and pristine rubber. It is the most expensive perfume in the world, the new car smell. Your eyes lock onto it. The machine is sitting under the spotlights in the center of the showroom. It represents safety. It represents success. It represents the version of you that you want the world to see. You picture yourself pulling up to your high school reunion in it. You imagine the look on your neighbor's face. You imagine how safe your family will be in the back seat. A man in a sharp suit approaches you. He has a warm smile and a firm handshake. He offers you a bottle of water. He isn't aggressive. He's your friend. He wants to help you get this dream. He sits you down at a glass desk, pulls out a piece of paper, and asks you the single most dangerous question in the history of personal finance. He doesn't ask, what is your net worth? He doesn't ask, how much cash do you have today? He doesn't even ask, what is the price of the car? He looks you in the eye and asks, what kind of monthly payment are you looking for? Stop. Freeze the frame right there. If you answer that question, you have already lost. The moment you give him a number, say $500 a month, you have stepped into a financial bear trap. You've just handed him the keys to your wallet for the next 7 years. Today, we're going to deconstruct the monthly payment trap. I'm going to show you how the industry uses your own psychology against you, why that affordable payment is actually keeping you poor, and the only rule you need to follow to make sure you never drown in debt again. Let's talk about how your brain works. As humans, we're wired to think in short time frames. We think about this week. We think about this month. We think about our next paycheck. When you look at your budget, you see income coming in and bills going out. You do the math. Okay, after rent, food, and utilities, I have $800 left over. So when the dealer says the car is $600, your brain says, great, I have $800, I can afford $600, I even have $200 left for gas. This is the cash flow illusion. You are confusing ability to pay with affordability. Just because you can make the transaction clear the bank this month does not mean you can afford the asset. Here is the first major discovery you need to understand. The dealer doesn't care about the price of the car anymore. They only care about the term of the loan. 30 years ago, the average car loan was 36 months or 48 months, 3 or 4 years. That was it. Today, the average car loan is pushing 72 months. It is becoming normal to see 84-month loans. That's 7 years. Think about where you were 7 years ago. You were a different person. You might have had a different job, lived in a different city, or had different friends. When you sign that paper for an 84-month loan to get the payment down to $500, you are making a contract with your future self. You are forcing the you of 2030 to pay for the joy you are feeling today. The trap is that the car ages, but the payment doesn't. In year 1, paying $500 feels okay because the car is new. In year 4, the tires are bald, the check engine light is on, the seats are stained. You hate the car, you want a new one, but you still have 3 years of payments left. This is where the trap snaps shut. You are chained to a rotting asset. Let's get into the math that the dealership hopes you never calculate. It's called depreciation. We all know cars lose value. You've heard the saying, it loses value the minute you drive it off the lot. But I don't think you realize how much value. On average, a new car loses 10% of its value in the first month. It loses another 10 to 15% over the first year. By year 5, that car is roughly 40% of what you paid for it. Let's put real numbers on this. You buy a car for $40,000. You put $0 down because you want to keep your cash. Another trap, which we'll get to. You sign a 72-month loan. 1 minute later, you drive off the lot. The car is now worth $36,000. 1 year later, the car is worth $32,000. But here's the problem. Your loan balance hasn't dropped that fast. Because of the way loans work, amortization, your first year of payments is mostly interest, not principal. So after 1 year, you might still owe $38,000 to the bank, but the car is only worth $32,000. You are now underwater or have negative equity. This is the most dangerous place to be in finance. It means if you lose your job and need to sell the car, you can't. You would have to sell the car for $32,000 and then write a check to the bank for another $6,000 just to get out of the loan. You are effectively trapped in the metal box. And what happens if you crash? If you total that car, the insurance company will only pay you the current value, $32,000, but you owe the bank $38,000. You now have no car, and you still owe the bank $6,000. This happens to thousands of people every single day. They are paying for a car that is sitting in a scrapyard. I want to take you inside the box. That's what they call it, the finance office. There is a psychological weapon used by car salesmen called the four-square sheet. Imagine a piece of paper divided into 4 boxes. Trade-in value, what they pay for your old car. Purchase price, the sticker price. Down payment, cash from you. Monthly payment. The salesman knows you are fixated on box 4, the monthly payment. So here's the game. You say, I can't afford $600. I need it to be $450. He says, let me go talk to my manager. He leaves you alone for 10 minutes to sweat. This is intentional. He wants you anxious. He comes back and says, good news, we got you to $450. You feel relieved. You feel like you won. You sign the papers. But look closely at what he did. To get the payment down, he didn't lower the price of the car, box 2. He extended the loan from 60 months to 84 months. Or he lowered the value of your trade-in, box 1. Or he raised the interest rate slightly to compensate. The total amount you were paying for the car actually went up. You were paying more for the car than you were 10 minutes ago. But because the monthly number is lower, you think you got a deal. It's a shell game. They move the money around to hide the profit. And then comes the final blow, the finance and insurance office. This is where you sign the actual contract. The person in this office is usually the best salesman in the building. Their job is to sell you products. You need the extended warranty for $2,000. You need the paint protection for $800. You need gap insurance for $900. It only adds $15 to your monthly payment, they say. See, there it is again, $15 a month. It sounds like a sandwich, but over the life of the loan, that $15 is another $1,000 plus with interest. They nickel and dime you until that affordable car is actually a financial anchor dragging you to the bottom of the ocean. Now I want to zoom out. I want to talk about what that monthly payment is actually stealing from you. It's not just stealing your cash flow, it's stealing your freedom. This concept is called opportunity cost. Every dollar you send to Ford or Toyota is a dollar that cannot work for you. Let's run a scenario. Scenario A, the trap. You buy a new car every 6 years. You always have a payment. The average payment is roughly $600. From age 25 to age 65, you pay $600 a month to a car company. You drive nice cars. You smell the leather. At age 65, you have a 6-year-old car in the driveway. That's it. Scenario B, the freedom path. You decide to drive a boring, reliable, paid-off used car. You take that same $600 a month, and instead of sending it to the bank, you invest it. You put it in a standard S&P 500 index fund. We assume an average return of 8 to 10%, historical average. Do you know what happens after 40 years? If you invest $600 a month for 40 years, you don't have a used car. You have roughly $3.5 million. Look at that number, $3,500,000. Now, look at the car in your driveway. Look at the plastic dashboard. Look at the cup holders. Is that car worth $3.5 million to you? Is driving a slightly nicer SUV worth sacrificing your retirement? Is it worth working an extra 10 years at a job you hate because you don't have a nest egg? Because that's the trade you are making. You aren't trading money. You are trading your time energy. You are trading your life energy for a piece of metal that will eventually end up in a crusher. When you see a monthly payment, I want you to see it for what it really is: wealth destruction. Montage of Instagram photos, people posing with cars, watches, vacations. So why do we do it? If the math is so bad, why does everyone have a car payment? Because we are social creatures. We live in a world of signals. In modern society, the car is the ultimate status symbol. It is the easiest way to shout to the world, I'm doing well, I am successful. You see your neighbor pull up in the $70,000 pickup truck. You feel a little pang of jealousy. You think, man, he must be raking it in. Here's the secret discovery I need you to internalize. Rich people don't make car payments. When you see someone driving a $70,000 truck, statistically speaking, you are not looking at wealth. You are looking at debt. You are looking at stress. You are looking at someone who is one layoff away from losing everything. We have confused looking rich with being rich.
Being rich is silent. It's the cash in the bank. It's the paid-off house. It's the investment account growing in the background. Looking rich is loud. It's the exhaust pipe. It's the shiny rims. And usually, it's financed by a bank that owns you. There is nothing impressive about signing loan papers. Anyone can do it. Getting into debt is the easiest thing in the world. Getting out of debt is the hard part. Don't try to impress people you don't even like with money you don't even have. The Joneses, your neighbors, are broke. Don't copy them. So, how do you escape? How do you buy a car without falling into the trap? I'm going to give you the winning strategy. It comes in 2 levels. Level 1, the buy it twice rule, the gold standard. This is the advice that will make you wealthy. If you can't buy it twice in cash, you can't afford it. You want that $40,000 sports car? Awesome. Do you have $80,000 sitting in your bank account right now? If the answer is no, then you cannot afford the car. It sounds extreme, I know, but think about the peace of mind. If you have the cash to buy it twice, buying it once won't hurt you. It won't ruin your safety net. It ensures that the car is a toy, not a burden. Level 2, the 23-8 rule, the safety net. Okay, I hear you. I need a car now to get to work, and I don't have $80,000. If you must finance a car, and I really hope you don't, you must follow strict rules to ensure the trap doesn't kill you. We call this the 23-8 rule. 20% down payment. You must put at least 20% down. This covers that initial depreciation drop, so you are never underwater. 3 years maximum. You must pay the loan off in 36 months, not 60, not 72. If you can't afford the payments on a 3-year loan, the car is too expensive for you, period. 8% of income. The monthly payment cannot be more than 8% of your gross monthly income. Most people are spending 15% or 20%. Keep it at 8%. This ensures you still have money to invest and live. If you run the numbers on that shiny new SUV and it fails the 23-8 test, walk away. Turn around, walk out of the dealership. Buy a $5,000 beater car. Drive it for a year. Save up cash. Upgrade to a $10,000 car. Climb the ladder with cash, not debt. You are back in the driver's seat. But this time, it's not the new luxury car. It's an older car. The sun is setting. The system is designed to keep you paying payments until you die. From the student loan, to the credit card, to the car. They want you on the hamster wheel. They want you working hard to generate profit for the bank, while you stress about the price of gas. The most rebellious, powerful thing you can do is refuse to play their game. When you drive a paid-off car, the air feels different. You hit a pothole, and you don't panic. You get a scratch on the door, and you shrug. You look at your bank account at the end of the month, and the money is still there. It might not be the newest car on the block. It might not have massaged seats. But when you turn that key, listen closely to the engine. It doesn't sound like a monthly payment. It sounds like freedom. Don't take the bait. Don't step in the trap. Keep your cash and buy your freedom first. If this video opened your eyes, do me a favor. Share this with a friend who is about to go to a dealership. You might just save their financial life. And tell us in the comments, what is the beater car you are driving right now to stay free? Let's celebrate the paid-off rides. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more financial truths. I'll see you in the next one.